राइजिंग भारत समिट रे वर्तमान वैदेशिक व्यापार मंत्री एस जयशंकर सहित अधिक आलोचना करा जाउची एवं जयशंकर निजर प्रतिक्रिया रखुचंती आसंतु यार सीधा सलख नजर पकाइबा या ऊपर
be the same. So they take, typically they have taken much longer periods between interacting with each other. My point is that look, Europe today, I think, realizes the importance of deeper ties with India and the relevance of the FTA for that purpose. We had in the end of February 21 European commissioners led by President von der Leyen visiting India. Very unique happening, not just for India, even for them. They don't normally do that. I think there's a very serious message coming out of Europe saying we want to move forward on this. We welcome it, we reciprocate it, and I'm pretty confident that just as we are seeing a very intense engagement with the United States, and by the way with the UK as well, I expect the pace to pick up with Europe. We have an aspirational goal. We'd like to close out the FTA this year. But, when we get there, we'll see.
I want to talk about the neighborhood. Last time you were here at the summit, the big concern, the big talking point was the relationship with China, and you had said that the relationship is not normal. And, we need to deal with the situation at the border for the relationship to become normal. Now, there's been a disengagement process. Prime Minister has met with the Chinese president. You've met with your counterpart, I think, on a couple of occasions since then. How would you describe the state of the relationship with China? How far away from normal is it?
Well, it's obviously better than the last time I was here. Sure. I think the disengagement, particularly the Depsang Temchok, was important. We are now addressing, to some extent, issues on the border because there's been a force build-up over a period of years. But there were many other things which also happened during this period. Some of it was a collateral of the situation. Some of it was actually a carryover from the COVID era. For example, our direct flights stopped during COVID. They were not resumed. The Kailash Mansarovar Yatra stopped during COVID. It did not again resume. So I think there is work to be done. We are at it. We are, trying to see whether a lot of this post-COVID and parallel to the border tension, the combination of these issues, how much we can progress on this. We are looking at it because at the end of the day, we have always maintained that the situation which we saw between 2020 and 2024 was not in the interest of either country. It was not in the interest of our relationship. And I think there is a recognition of that now.
So it's on the road to being normal again?
Well, I think we are moving in a positive direction. The problem with your profession is you want instantaneous transformation. The challenge of my profession is it's a very arduous and painstaking one.
I'm glad that we are sticking to each other's respective professions. But, because there's so much talk around trade and because President Trump has made that the point of conversation, you referred to, we have trade imbalances with a lot of countries to the east, right? Is this, you reckon, an opportunity, again, academically speaking, an opportunity for India to look at some of those trade relationships and say that, these imbalances cannot sustain? Just like America is saying that, an imbalanced trade relationship is not working for them.
Well, we've had concerns. We have articulated those concerns. This is not my direct remit, but I have a visibility into it, and we work as a team within the government. I think one of the issues for us, for example, has been the review of the ASEAN-India Trade in Goods Agreement, ITIGA, which we believe has been unnecessarily prolonged. I think it's important for all countries today to realize that the nature of the global discourse on trade is changing. There are new parameters, there are new metrics of judgment. I think countries will do what they need to do to protect their businesses, to protect their labor, to protect their societies. We cannot be an exception to it. So I think we have concerns with many of the countries east of us, countries with whom we have FTA arrangements, and also countries with whom we don't.
Prime Minister was recently at the BIMSTEC summit. You were there with him. It's the first time that he met with the new interim leader of Bangladesh, Professor Yunus. There's been a lot of concerns here in India about some of the statements that have been made by the leadership there, some of the goings-on the ground, whether it's attacks on minorities, so on and so forth. From within whatever you can divulge in the public domain, what did the Prime Minister tell Professor Yunus, particularly on this comment about India's northeast being landlocked and, Bangladesh being the gateway to the ocean, and also on the attacks on minorities, on both those issues?
No, look, I think the main messages from our side, which came out at the meeting, one, that our relationship with Bangladesh, for historical reasons, is a very unique relationship. It's a very fundamentally a people-to-people connect. Much more so, perhaps, than any other relationship than I can think of. And that's something we need to recognize. So, it's not necessarily one of the government of the day. Secondly, we have concerns. We have concerns about the rhetoric which is coming out of people in Bangladesh. We have concerns about radicalizing tendencies we see. We have concerns about the attacks on minorities. And I think we were very open about sharing those concerns. Again, as a country which, no country wishes Bangladesh well more than us. That's in our, I would say almost in our DNA, you can say that. And as a well-wisher, as a friend, I think we hope that, they make go the right way and do the right things. And as a country with a which has a democratic tradition, democracies require elections. That's how mandates are given and mandates are renewed. So we hope that they go down that path.
From well-wishers to not so well-wishers, I want to talk about Pakistan. Two questions.
अच्छा, परवर्ती खबर को जाल कागज